Hi guys, it is summer here, so I'm just, looking, we're just not trying to look nice, okay? It is summer on the northern hemisphere, so, anyway guys, we are in our campground in New Hampshire, chilling. We did a lot today, got a lot of sun. We went tubing the other day, and I got severely burnt. Like, I put on the sunscreen, okay? I put on the sunscreen. But I guess it just didn't work. It's crazy. So, bring you closer. We are going to read. As you know, I'm getting notifications from YouTube. Just kidding. I'm not that popular, but you guys can make me popular by subscribing and liking the video. I actually don't really have to like the video. You could if you want. Or you can unlike it, because that is all up to you. Let's get into this, Let's just get into this. Oh, I should just do a sit down vlog channel like this. Literally just talk about what we've been up to. Not even like show some videos sometimes. Because there are these bug bites in New Hampshire that just I usually don't get bitten. But there's these black flies. I don't know what they're called exactly. I think they're actually called black flies. But they make you bleed. Not when you, kill them, they bleed. It's there's, holes in your skin. Anyway, I don't want to, scare you with that. The Witches by Roald Dahl. Illustrations by Quentin Blake. We are on chapter 8, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, and it starts on page 77. Yeah! Okay, guys. Y'all didn't come here to hear me sing. You came here to have me read this to you. Let's go. Children are revolting. Oh, by the way, it's called Formula 86 Delayed Action Mouse Maker. Children are revolting, screamed the Grand High Witch. We will wipe them away. We will scrub them off the face of the earth. We will flush them down the drain. Yes, yes, chanted the audience. Wipe them away, scrub them off the earth, flush them down the drain. Children are foul and filthy, thundered the Grand High Witch. They are, chorused the English witches. They are foul and filthy. Children are dirty and stinky, screamed the Grand High Witch. Dirty and stinky, cried the audience, getting more and more worked up. Children are smelling of dog droppings, screeched the Grand High Witch. Pooh! Cried the audience. Pooh! 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 They are worse than dogs' droppings, screeched the Grand High Witch. Dogs' droppings is smelling like violets and primroses compared to the children. Violets and primroses, chanted the audience. They were clapping and cheering almost every word spoken from the platform. The speaker seemed to have them completely under her spell. To talk about children is making me sick, screamed the Grand High Witch. I am feeling sick even thinking about them. Fetch me a basin. The Grand High Witch paused and glared at the massive, eager faces in the audience. They waited, wanting more. So now, barked the Grand High Witch, so now I am having a plan. I am having a gigantic plan for getting rid of every single children in the whole of England. The witches gasped. They gaped. They turned and gave each other ghoulish grins of excitement. Yes, thundered the Grand High Witch. We shall wish them and swallow them, and we shall make to disappear every single smelling little brat in England in one stroke. Whoopee! Cried the witches, clapping their hands. You are brilliant, your grandness. You are fantabulous. Shut up and listen, snapped the Grand High Witch. Listen very carefully, and let us not be having any muck-ups." The audience leaned forward, eager to learn how this magic was going to be performed. "Each and every one of you," thundered the Grand High Witch, "is going to go to your homes county immediately and resign your jobs. Resign, give notice, retire. Resign from your jobs." "We will," they cried. "We will resign from our jobs." "And after you have resigned from your jobs," the Grand High Witch went on, "each and every one of you will be going out and you will be buying." She paused. "What will we be buying?" they cried. "Tell us, O brilliant one, what shall we be buying?" "Sweet shops," shouted the Grand High Witch. "Sweet shops," they cried. "We are going to buy sweet shops. What a frumptuous wheeze! Each of you will be buying yourself a sweet shop. You will be buying these very best and most respectable sweet shops in England." We will," they answered. The dreadful voices were like a chorus of dentist drills all grinding away together. "I am wanting no trumpity halfpenny crumpy, my little tobacco-selling newspaper sweet shops," shouted the Grand High Witch. "I am wanting you to get only the very best shops filled with high-width files and files of luxurious sweets and tasty shocks." "The best," they cried. "We will buy the best sweet shops in town." They just keep changing because of the audience, so yeah. "You will be having enough trouble getting what you want," shouted the Grand High Witch, "because you will be offering 4 times as much as the shop is worth, and nobody is refusing an offer like that. Money is not a problem to us witches, as you know very well. I have brought with me 6 trunks stuffed with English banknotes, all new and crisp, all of them," she added with a fiendish leer, "all of them homemade." The witches in the audience grinned, appreciating this joke. At that moment, one foolish witch got so excited at the possibilities presented by owning a sweet shop that she leapt to her feet and shouted, "The children will be coming flocking to my shop, and will be feed them poisonous sweets and poison chocks, and will wipe them all out like weasels." The room became suddenly silent. I saw the tiny body of the Grand High Witch stiffen and then go rigid with rage. "Who spoke?" she shrieked. "It was you over there." The culprit sat down fast and covered her face with her clawed hands. "You withering wankin!" she screeched the Grand High Witch. "You brainless bog vumper! Are you not realizing that you are going round poisoning little children? You will be caught in 5 minutes flat. Never in my life am I hearing such a bush-flopping idea. Suggestion coming from a witch!" The entire audience cowered and shook. I'm quite sure they all thought, as I did, that the terrible white-hot sparks were about to start flying again. Curiously enough, they didn't. If such powder-fiddling ideas all you can be coming up with, thundered the Grand High Witch, then it is no wonder England is still swarming with rotten children. There was another silence. The Grand High Witch glared at the witches in the audience. "Do you not know," she shouted at them, "that we witches are working only with magic?" "We know, your grandness," they all answered. "Of course we know." The Grand High Witch grated her bony gloved hands against each other and cried out, "So each of you is owning a magnificent sweet shop. The next move is that each of you will be announcing in the window of your shop that on a certain day you will be having a great gala opening with free sweets and shocks to every child. That we will bring them in, the gritty little brutes," cried the audience. "They will be fighting to get through the doors." "Next," continued the Grand High Witch, "you will prepare yourself for this great gala opening by filling every shock and every sweet in your shop with my very latest and greatest magic formula. This is known as the Formula 86 Delayed Action Mouse Maker." "Delayed Action Mouse Maker," they chanted. "She's done it again. Her grandness has concocted yet another of her wondrous magic child killers. How do we make it, O brilliant one? Exercise patience, answered the Grand High Witch. First, I am explaining to you how my Formula 86 delayed action mouse maker is working. Listen carefully. We are listening, cried the audience, who was now jumping up and down in their chairs with excitement. Delayed action mouse maker is a green liquid, exclaimed the Grand High Witch, and one droplet in each chocolate or sweet will be quite enough. So here's what happens. Child eats chocolate, which has in it delayed action mouse maker liquid. Child goes home feeling fine. Child goes to bed still feeling fine. Child wakes up in the morning still okay. Child goes to school still feeling fine. Formula, you understand, is delayed action, and is not working yet. We understand, oh brainy one, cried the audience, but when does it start working? It is starting to work at exactly 9 o'clock when a child is arriving at school, shouted the Grand High Witch triumphantly. Child arrives at school. Delayed action mouth maker immediately starts to work. Child starts to shrink. Child is starting to grow fur. Child is starting to grow a tail. All is happening in precisely 26 seconds. After 26 seconds, child is not a child any longer. It is a mouse. Crazy witch, man. She crazy. A mouse, cried the witches. What a frumptuous thought. Classrooms will all be swarming with mice, shouted the Grand High Witch. Chaos and panic and pandemonium will be reigning in every school in England. Teachers will be hopping up and down. Women in teachers will be standing up on desks, holding up skirts and yelling, "Help! Help! Help!" They will, cried the audience. And what, shouted the Grand High Witch, is happening next in every school? Tell us, they cried. Tell us, O brainy one. The Grand High Witch stretched her stringy neck forward and grinned at the audience, showing 2 rows of pointed teeth slightly blue. She raised her voice louder than ever and shouted, "Mousetraps is coming next." "Mousetraps!" cried the witches. "And cheese!" shouted the Grand High Witch. "Teachers is all rushing or running out and getting mousetraps and baiting them with cheese and putting them down on zip all over the school. Mice is nibbling cheese. Mousetraps is going off all over school. Mousetraps is going snappity snap. And mouse's heads is rolling across the floor like marbles. All over England, in every school in England, noises snapping mousetraps will be heard." This is evil. At this point, the disgusting old Grand High Witch began to do a sort of witch's dance up and down on the platform, stamping her feet and clapping her hands. The entire audience joined in the clapping and foot stamping. They were making such a tremendous racket that I thought surely Mr. Stringer would hear it and come banging at the door. But he didn't. Then, above all the noise, I heard the voice of the Grand High Witch screaming out some sort of awful gloating song. "Down with the children, do them in, boil the bones and fry their skin, wish them, squish them, bash them, mash them, break them, shake them, slash them, offer chunks of magic powder, say, eat up, and say it loudly. Cram them full of sticky eats, send them home still guzzling sweets, and in the morning let the fools go marching off to separate schools. A girl feeling sick and goes all pale. She yells, 'Hey, look, I've grown a tail.' A boy who's standing next to her screams, 'Help, I think I'm growing fur.' Another shouts, 'We look like freaks. There's whiskers growing on our seats.' A boy who was extremely tall cries out, 'What's wrong? I'm growing small.' For tiny legs began to sprout from everybody around about, and all at once, all in a trice, there are no more children, only mice. In every school is mice galore are running around the schoolroom floor. And all the poor demented teachers is yelling, 'Hey, who are these creatures?' They stand upon the desk and shout, 'Get out, you filthy mice, get out. Will someone fetch some mousetraps, please? And don't forget to bring the cheese.' Now mousetraps come, and every trap goes snippity snap and snappity snap. The mousetops have a powerful spring. The spring goes crack and snap and ping. It's a lovely noise for us to hear. It's witch music to a witch's ear. That mice is every place around, piled 2 feet deep upon the ground, with teachers searching left and right, but not a single children in sight. The teacher cries, "What's wrong going on? Oh, where have all the children gone? And 9:30 in a row. They'll never late, as this is for school. For teachers don't know what to do. Come sit and read, and just a few amuse themselves throughout the day by sleeping all the mice away." And all of us witches shout hooray. My family just got back from walk. Anyway, that was the end. Here's the picture. They're sweeping the mice, and these are all the dead mice, and this is just so disturbing. I'm telling you guys, that is the end of chapter 8. We ended on page 87. Going to be picking up on page 88, chapter 9. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys later. Ciao!